Want to win money on sports? With Underdog, you can win up to 1,000 times your cash just by picking higher or lower on your favorite players' stats. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars on Underdog. Will you be next? Download the Underdog app and sign up to get a free pick with your first cash entry up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP, 1-800-639-8783, or text NEXT STEP to 53342. New York, call the 24/7 HOPE line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hashtag music note intro. Another episode of the Saints Block Party podcast coming at you. Week 15 is in the books. There are 3 NFL games left in the season. Oh, man. Today was truly a day in a game that was tell two halves. We got... we should be live also on Twitter now.
Hey.
Oh.
All right.
How the turntables have turned.
Calls for celebration.
The Saints fall to the Commanders 20-19. Jake Haener goes in as a starter. At half, it's 17-0. I believe Rattler said that 10 seconds before the half ends, he's told by the quarterback's coach Andrew Janako that he's going to be the starter, or he's going to go out and go out the second half. Get ready. And say whatever you will, the offense just looked different in the second half. Led them to a touchdown drive, two field goal drives, and then defense played outstanding in the second half. And they had 8 sacks against Jaden Daniels, Ryan.
Right.
8 sacks.
Last time Saints had 8 sacks, I don't think ever.
And I would say, all in all, on the whole, defense played pretty well most of the game against the Commanders. There were some plays that was just oh Lord. But all in all, I felt the defense played pretty dang well against the Commanders. And held them to 20 points, which at one point this game looked like it was going to be 40-10 at halftime, bro. It was oh my God.
It was looking dark, bro. It was looking so dark. I mean, look, the defense, they clamped down, but at first, Jaden Daniels, a lot of times early, it wasn't necessarily the Saints defense. It was really Washington just kind of shooting themselves in the foot with a lot of pre-snap penalties and stuff like that. Jaden Daniels just running around, smiling, bro, just happy. Man, this ain't nothing, bro. This the NFL? Shit, it's easy. It's just marching down the field. I was like, oh, man, can I have something like that? Can I have a young quarterback? And look, Jake Haener, bro, I'm actually happy he played today. I wanted him to play because I wanted to see him. I wanted to see him in a real game, in live action, and how he would handle it. You know what I'm saying? Because he has an aggressive mind state. He has some moxie to him and stuff like that. Limited skill set, but that doesn't mean everything. I wanted to see how he was able to handle it, and didn't handle it well. Just didn't handle it well, man. I thought he was fidgety in the pocket. He slipped at least 3 or 4 times for whatever reason. I don't know if that's the cleats, whatever. He's on the ground too much. He took himself out of 4 plays at least. Just spotty everywhere. He had that one nice pass to Alvin Kamara. But other than that, man, it was really hard to watch, which, them making that switch at the half, it wasn't surprising. It was kind of surprising.
A little bit.
In the sense that, come on, man, you knew it was going to be rough regardless.
Right.
So I figured they would have just rolled with it, whatever. They just rolled with it. They knew you knew it was going to be rough. But I think it's like, ooh, I just can't watch anymore. It was
I've
like,
seen
what are we
enough.
doing here? I've seen enough. Like, let's like Rizzy said, they needed a spark, and who knows if Randall could provide that or not at the moment. But he came in and he did. Came in and he did. He didn't have a perfect game. He
No,
was
no.
10 of 21, I think it was. He came in, they were down 17 already, so it straight up pass situations, not much running game. And I thought he did a good job. He did a good job. He got up down the field. He made some big plays. He moved around a bit, got the ball out. When he got the ball out quickly, it was nice. He this had some second reaction plays when he was getting pressured. So it was just like a good showing and good sign to see from him that after taking those lumps in those 3 games a couple of months ago, he was able to take that and work on that and get better, man. Because he came in under a pressure point. Like, it was to come in the second half. That ain't easy, bro.
Mm-mm.
And then
Mm-mm.
to lead him to was essentially a game winning drive if Jawan catches that pass or whatever. If they kick a field goal and go
Field
to
goal.
OT,
Right.
yeah. Like, I mean, what more do you want? You know what I'm saying?
It like I said this on our Zoom live stream. Bunch said drop the link for the hat. This is a NOLA hat plug creation that I bought, I don't know, like 2-ish years. I've had it for a while. So
Nola hat
NOLA,
plug, baby.
NOLA hat plug on Instagram, on Twitter. You can give her some love. I don't know if she still has this design, but you can check it out.
She got plenty of dope stuff.
Yeah, plenty. When the Commanders missed that field goal, 54-yard field goal, they missed it and it stayed at a 7-point game. I had the same feeling that I had when the Saints were playing the Cardinals in preseason. And I was like, oh, he about to go down there, and they're going to tie this game up or whatever. I want to preface this by saying, can we give a whole bunch of credit to Kendre Miller? Kendre Miller on that drive in this game, AK got hurt. It was a groin injury. And for most of this game and last game, we've seen the offensive line be completely healthy. They have been downright atrocious.
Yes.
They have been bad, which is like the fact that they've been healthy and they've been bad. Like the fact that it seems like they were better before they were fully healthy. Like, I don't know if it's timing. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
But it has been bad. So on that what was like a minute and a half or whatever it was when they got the ball for that final drive, the Kendre had some great runs, and the plays that Spencer needed to make in terms of passing the ball, one thing that you just cannot teach. You cannot teach. And you can say whatever you want to say. Carr doesn't have this. Jake doesn't have it. There's this poise and this calmness about him that you just can't teach that to a quarterback. Like, some quarterbacks have it and some don't. Yeah, period.
Yeah.
He cool, calm, collected, drove him down the field, big fourth down conversion to Foster Moreau, and then it is it's first down, 3 seconds left. You got one play. Also, the clock management, they gave him an extra second. The clock should have ran down, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. You know what? Maybe they should have called delay a game on the field goal earlier and not let them kick a field goal and get a mulligan. Don't want to hear that. That was a terribly officiated fucking game. Terribly officiated fucking game. Don't want to hear it. Crawl me a river. That touchdown throw to Foster to just to tie that would have tied the game up had they went for the extra point, bro. Like,
come on, man! In crunch time like that, game's on the line.
Like,
Game on the line. Now.
We saw what it looks like when Derek Carr against the Rams, right? This man's fading and just when he had time. But like you said, bro, it hit it perfectly in terms of a Saints fan, bro. You got the hope, and we got the draft pick. We got the hope.
We got the draft pick, baby. Look, so we pick it. Look, take a thought. So we pick a 10th. So just trying to stay right there. And look, I thought it was a bad pass. The 2-point. I thought that was a bad pass at first, but going back and look at it, that was a good ball, man. The ball was right on. I think just the way Juwan tried to catch it didn't make sense. Like if he would have went more like this, maybe he would have caught it. I don't know, but don't matter.
I need Juwan going, bro. I need him going, bro.
You want him out of here, bro?
I want him.
He's a TE3. Like he shouldn't be your feature TE. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But he does things that just make him like, bro, just get out of my face, bro. Just go.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just go. Just go. I don't want him on my team.
Don't want him on the team, bro.
But going back to the defense real quick, we'll just go kind of back and forth. Cam Jordan had 2 sacks. Chase Young had 2 sacks. John Ridgeway, who Dennis Allen was even playing when the Saints traded for him, had a good game against his former team. I asked this question in the Zoom during that first half. I said, because it was looking bleak, and I was like, man, how do you sell this version of this team to head coaching candidates? Like, how do you sell it? But the team that you looked at in the first half and the team you looked at in the second half, and you asked that question, I'm not saying that it's drastically different, but it's at least a little different.
Yeah.
You at least could get a head coach, like probably an offensive minded head coach. You show him a couple of throws from Spencer, he like
Interesting.
At the very least.
You know, I could do something with that. And, you know, like Clint Kubiak, we were frying him in the first half. Then in the second half, he come out, he got a trick play, he got Cedric Wilson throwing a pass to AK making a beautiful one-handed catch, just awesome. Unfortunately, he got injured right after that with a groin injury. But it's like, you know, Saints need to make a decision. And, you know, this is not a decision for Rizzi to make. You know, this is a decision for leadership.
Yeah.
Like, you got to, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we trying to find out? You're not going to the playoffs. You're not winning the NFC South. You're not going to the Super Bowl. It's not happening. It's not. So what's the point of the rest of this season? The point should be, let's see what players are worth carrying on the 2025 New Orleans Saints roster. You know, and what are their outlook? What's the vision for them going into 2025? And you can't find out that without playing them. That means Spencer Rattler should be playing the rest of the season. That means, you know, Keaton Boyd should be out there. Kendrick Miller should be getting good amount of snaps. Jalen Ford. Even, dare I say it, Isaiah Foskey should be getting some kind of defensive snaps. Some kind. I know, I get it. He trash. Maybe something might happen in the last 2 weeks where he figures something out. I don't know. Don't think it's going to happen. But that's the whole point. Like, you need to be finding these things out going forward, man. That should be the whole purpose. And you could compete and still do it. It's not like by doing that, you're just saying, we'll give up. You just saw today. Like, you put Spencer Rattler in there, and it's like the team just got a new life breath into them. The defense started playing better. The offensive line started playing a little better. Wide receivers started, you know, making some. I mean, that catch MVS made over the middle.
Ooh, beautiful,
you know,
bro.
Spencer made the throw. He gets smacked while making the throw.
Couldn't even step into it.
Couldn't even step into it. It would have been intercepted if MVS was right in position to make that catch. Man, it was just beautiful. So it's like, so I don't want to hear like, oh, does that mean we're giving up on the season? No, you're not, man. These guys out here competing, bro. Them young dudes want to compete. They want to play. They like, shit, well, get me out there, coach. So, like, that should be the whole point of the rest of the season. Is that what they're going to do? Probably not.
I mean, I maybe like, 30 minutes after the game? No, probably like an hour after the game. my friend texts me and literally says, like Saints are already trying to get Derek Carr up and running. He probably gonna start practicing this week, trying to get him back for that Raiders game. And I'm just like, why?
For multiple reasons. Like, one, why? For his safety, like for his own like health, why do that when he has a fractured hand and coming off concussion? Two, for financial reasons, because he has $30 million guaranteed for injury next year. So, like, why would you play an injured quarterback who you're not 100% is the answer to the future? Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they think he is the answer to the future.
Well, no one in the front office does except for Mickey.
Exactly. Why would you risk that? And why would you not go with what you're trying to find out from this roster? It makes no sense whatsoever.
None.
Makes no sense. But I'm not surprised. I think I heard, I don't know if it was Triplet or somebody that kind of hinted at that earlier this week. Like, yeah, they trying to play card. Like, they trying to play and they targeting that Raiders game. It's like, what in the world are we doing here, man? Like, what are we doing?
And the reason I was given was trying to protect jobs. And then my question is, so I said, what's the difference between a 5-win 10 for someone that says you got to look beyond the results? So we're told, what's the difference between a team that's won 6 games and a team that's won 5 games? What's the difference?
What's the difference?
Because technically, if you look at the schedule, these last 3 games, Packers, Raiders, Bucks. Maybe if the Bucks already clinched the NFC South, maybe they're not really playing for anything. So, but technically, out of all those 3 games, looking at it, there's really only one game on that schedule that's winnable. If you just look at it, right? Potentially. What are you doing? What are you really doing? Because I don't know, man. I just have this this feeling like they try we're trying to get Derek ready so he can go beat his former team, Max Crosby out. Yeah. Oh, he on IR. We want to go out and go win this one for Derek, and they cut him. Bro, the most funniest shit ever would be if fucking Antonio Pearson came in and put it on us and give Derek Carr the loss, and he loses to every 32 fucking NFL teams, bro.
It wouldn't surprise me, bro. Like the Saints aren't good. So to just like pencil in Derek Carr, be like, okay, that'll get us a dub. That's a win. It's like, what? Like,
did you watch the Giants game that I was in the almost freezing cold in?
Panthers game?
Hello.
It's like what?
Hello.
What are we doing here, man? Like, what are we doing? Please make it make sense to me. You know, and at the end of the day, like I said in the Discord earlier, Saints need to evaluate this roster, and once you know what you got in Jake Haener, Spencer, you could go into the offseason comparing them to the upcoming draft class, to the upcoming free agency class, and Derek K. Carr should not be in that equation.
No.
His name should not be. Should move that out the equation, and this is what you should be evaluating. We got Spencer Rattler, Jake Haener, draftable quarterbacks, free agents, and maybe quarterbacks that are on teams that are tradable, that you could trade for maybe. That should be it. Get Derek Carr out the equation. And that's how the team should be moving forward, man. No, that's not what they want to do. That's not what they want to do.
And here's I don't know, someone said it. I don't know if it was in the Discord. I don't know if it was on Twitter. And I wish I could give credit to who said it. There's this conception of who Derek Carr is as a quarterback, which is completely it's a misconception of who he is as a quarterback. You can go get him and you can go win with him, but he's the final piece. He's been with the Saints for 2 seasons. They have not made the playoffs in 2 seasons. People will say, "Oh, but he's missed time." It doesn't matter. But even that's the perception of who he is as a quarterback. That's not who he is. So if he's not that type of quarterback, he's on a team, and he's not on the same timeline that where you are on a team.
Right.
He's not a part of your timeline. Y'all gotta have a quarterback that's on y'all's timeline, and he's not it. He's not on any quarterback's timeline, but he's not it.
If you want to be real generous, it's not even fair to Derek Carr. Like if you are a true Derek Carr believer, it's not even fair to him. He should be on a roster that's ready to go because he's a good quarterback that just needs, good offensive line, good wide receiver, good tight end, good defense, good play caller, good head coach. That's all. That's all he needs. The Saints don't have that right now. The Saints need offensive line help. Our Lord knows wide receiver help, tight end help, defensive help. We need a head coach. We have no head coach right now. Offense coordinator is questionable. It's like, even if you are a Derek Carr believer, this is not the right situation for Derek Carr. Even if you are a believer, even if you believe he is who you think he is, that he's that kind of, top 13 quarterback, top 16 quarterback that if you get the right pieces around him, you could have a chance to contend. If you really believe that, this still ain't the job for him. That team is 2 years, 3 years away at best.
Like that team is. This is just ruminating in my head, right? Come the offseason, the Vikings. Sam Darnold goes on the playoff run. He prices himself out of the Vikings' pay range, right? Let's say J.J. McCarthy's not fully healthy. He not healthy. The Vikings reach out to the Saints and they say, "Hey, come on, Derek," and maybe Kevin O'Connell would go with Daniel Jones, but just as an example, right? Maybe Kevin O'Connell is like, you know what, I could bring Derek Carr in, and that's the type of team, where people think exactly. Bro, I know
got a good run game, got elite wide receivers, got a good defense, all that.
Bro, I know Justin Jefferson would fucking.
Bro, I can see that. I can see them IG stories already, bro.
He would fucking hands. Our dude James, who was in the live stream on Zoom with us today, said, "Enjoy the live stream. This team really needs some direction." Absolutely.
I appreciate you for coming through, bro. I was like, who was James, man? James, man.
Louisiana. Hey, Adam, Ryan and Adam, do y'all think Rattler's performance today further helped his standing with the current front office or potential future front office, or is the perception the same? Here's the thing. Even after the 3 games he played, the front office, most of the front office, and I don't know where Mickey lied in that, but pretty much everyone else in the front office still loved Rattler as a player. Loved him.
The team likes Spencer Rattler. Like
a lot. Yeah. A lot. The only people that don't seem to like... I'm not going to go there.
You go there.
I'm not, bro. So their perception, like they probably saw the game and what he did in the second half. They're just was like, yeah, this is what they thought. Like they were probably not, I won't say unmoved, but probably expected. Now, this is a question, and I don't know who could really. The only people that could answer this is Mickey Loomis, Jeff Ireland, or what have you. At one point, so let's say hypothetically, Spencer plays against the Packers. I'm not saying he goes out and beats the Packers in fucking Green Bay, but let's say it's somewhat a respectable, decent shootout, and the game is close, and he puts a good showing against Jordan Love against a playoff team, right? At some point, that conversation has to be held with Mickey, where it's like the front office is saying, "Listen, bro, we need to let go of this Derek Carr thing." Because then it becomes a cost. At that point, it becomes a cost benefit analysis.
Right.
You would have Carr with the spreadsheet listen, we get in similar production potentially from a 5th round pick. Derek costing this much. That's the question that I have. like at what point does his play make it? And who knows? Because but that's the thing, that there's this divide in the front office where there's one person, namely the GM, that's still kind of like so tied to Carr I know why he is. It's that he's comfortable. There's that complacency. There's that lack. He doesn't want to. It's that scared of change thing, where everyone else in the front office is like, man, let's play the young buck. Like let's ride.
Yeah, man, and and honestly, it's gonna have to rank. Spencer Rattler and the team is gonna have to put it on himself. Because. He's going to have to force the issue.
Yes.
Like today he was 10 or 21 or whatever. He has to put together a game where it's like, whoa, okay, we got something here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
One of those, not where you got to look at the state like, okay, that's good. No, you want something that's like, okay, I see you. And and rookies have those type of games. Rookies, we saw it with, Jaden Daniels, he had a game like that earlier this year. You saw it with Jordan Love. Jordan Love against the Saints last year. That second half, remember that?
Yep.
He was struggling. He was struggling in the NFL his first season. Played the Saints. First half of that game, he was struggling.
Terrible, bro.
And most of the second half, he was struggling. And then caught wind, scored like 17 unanswered points, went off. And that just changed the whole trajectory of his season last year. Yeah. So Spencer needs to have a performance like that, I think, for like the team to really take notice. Will it against the Packers?
Ooh, in Green Bay in January? Nigga, that's a tough
That's a tall order. That's a very tall order, bro. And look, Green Bay, they're one of the best rushing teams in the NFL. They're going to put it on the defense. And their defense is good. Not great, but it's good. It's a good defense. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. But you never know. You never know. And that's why you play the game, bro. Like, that's why you got to let him go out there and play the game and take his lumps.
I will say, getting to your point you just made, there isn't like a bigger to your point, there's not a bigger opportunity for him to make that statement than Monday Night Football.
I mean, the stage is set, bro.
Hey, you got Troy and Joe Buckets on the call in Lambeau, bro. Like
Buckets. And Troy Aikman, he gonna hold his tongue. He gonna talk. He gonna say, "Well, this." Like if Spencer Baller, you can hear Aikman like, "Man, this rookie Spencer Rattler is looking good out here. Saints might have a decision to make." He like to throw those little slangs in there. You know what I'm saying? So I would love if it's like one of them games like that, but we'll see, man.
Let's catch up on the chat. Rajon Lewis, appreciate the super chat.
Oh, thank you.
With proper offensive coaching and additions to skilled players and offensive line, Rattler can make the 2025 Saints interesting easily. 100% believe that.
I believe it. I believe it. But I still want to see this season play out. Just want to see it play out.
Yes.
I want Spencer to show me that he could just put together just string together some good shit. Just string it together, bro. Because he couldn't do it with his first three starts for all kind of reasons, and forgivable reasons too. But if say the team remains healthy, let's say AK, shakes back, let's say the offensive line stays healthy, wide receiver is what it is. That's just all we got. I just want to see him string together just a nice couple of weeks. They're going to be bumps and bruises. I said in the Discord, like a rookie quarterback, it's like a snap-to-snap roller coaster, bro.
Yes, sir.
Like we watched Bo Nix today through 3 interceptions.
Ooh,
you know what I'm saying?
Terrible, bro.
Terrible, man. Terrible. And they won the game, but he looked terrible.
Anthony Richardson looked terrible, but again, he went against one against one of the best defenses in the NFL. It's tough, bro. It's tough.
Jane Daniels against the Saints. He made some outstanding, beautiful throws, made some great plays, crazy plays, but he also took 8 sacks. Those 8 sacks wasn't all on the offensive line. It wasn't like because the Saints just got a defensive line out of nowhere. A lot of it was on him because he was running around, running into the sacks and stuff like that. So it's a roller coaster ride with rookies, man. So Saints fans need to keep that in mind when they're judging so much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely. So I think I can maybe put this out there. Like, I don't think there's a chance that Carr starts against Green Bay. Because everyone's like talking about it in the chat. Like, and listen, we heard Rizzy talk about this of like, you know, he wasn't like committing to like Rattler starting against Green Bay because he wanted to see where Carr. If Carr is not playing, I mean, and maybe I would say this, I would be shocked if they went back to Jake against Green Bay, bro. That would
shock me. That would shock me. Like, no way. Like, you closed that book. You closed that book today.
You did.
You closed that book today. You know, because it was the fact that you made that decision after the second half. You told on yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was already on a short leash in your mind. He was already on a short leash. Whatever you told him, like, you made that decision pretty quick. You know what I'm saying? And it was a justified decision, but you made that decision pretty quick.
So you saw a lot of tweets, it's hindsight. You saw a lot of tweets that said if Rattler would have started, the Saints would have won. Who knows?
Maybe
not. Who knows? There's the one thing about all of this, and this is all that came when the agenda was at momentum. Was all we asked for was having hope in a young quarterback. So that's all the agenda was.
It's just so ridiculous. And that's the thing about hashtags and movements. They take on their own. They take on the mind of their own because it's like they move around through people and they get represented as different things. I see quotes and things attributed to us that was just never said. I'd be like, what? I'd be like, where did I say that? Like, who said that? Who said he would be a starter? Who said he was elite? Who said he was a franchise quarterback? All these type of different things. Who? All the things we say is literally on youtube.com/Saints Block Party. Everything. You can go find out everything you say.
Please subscribe.
Please go subscribe. While you go look and hit the like. And everything we say is right there. Go find where we say anything like that.
Clip it, send it to us.
Clip it and post it. You could dunk on this and be like, see, you said it. You ain't gonna find it because all we've been saying from the beginning is like, damn, this kid got potential. It sure would be nice if Saints roll with a young quarterback with potential to see what they have there. And because if you hit, which is a very small likelihood, but if you hit, it's like hitting the lottery, man. It's like hitting the Powerball, But everybody wants to be like, oh, he trash. How you know? How do you know? It's impossible to make this decision.
He played 3 games in the NFL. That's how.
That's how you know. Okay.
That's
okay.
how.
It's like you can't make a determination on Jake Hayner like that just from one half. Now you can see certain things. Like there's certain things you could see.
Yes.
It's like Jake Hayner, he doesn't have a big arm. He's very small. He's a very small quarterback. And he looks small playing. You know what I'm saying? And just like with Hayner, some things you just see. Like he had some bad plays. He had like 2 plays in a row where his pass got batted. He had one play where he tried to fit it in between like the linebacker and the safety, and it almost got picked off because he threw the ball too flat. All kind of little issues. But in between those, you see like, ooh, like, oh, that was nice. Like, oh, you see that. And that's all you could really judge off with a young player like that.
I think something else you said, too, getting back to it, in terms of like you can't judge players, and with young players especially. And I'm thinking specifically about a player that the Saints drafted was Isaiah Foskey, right?
Mm.
I remember his rookie season, watch him in preseason. I was like, man, this nigga ain't getting nothing.
Like, you look at you like, nah, like, not even the pressure. It's just nothing
up there. And then he didn't like get any snaps in his rookie season on defense at all, and blah blah blah. And fast forward to his second year, and it's like same thing. You looking in preseason, and you just like still No, no, no. So like then you can kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together, right?
Right.
But here's the difference between extrapolating and just trying to juxtapose that with Foskey and Rattler. With Rattler, we saw and heard about the improvement all throughout the offseason from the time he got drafted. Rookie minicamp to OTAs, he was throwing interceptions out the ass, just throwing interceptions. Rookie and then mandatory minicamp, training camp. The practices got better. He started becoming like the story of training camp, kind of still in training camp, becoming a star. Like, ooh, every almost training camp report is about more about Spencer Rattler. Preseason, then we because training camp was closed because they didn't want the fans there, right? Because we don't forget about that. Don't forget about that. Then in preseason, what we heard about, what we read about, we start seeing glimpses about in preseason. Then he goes back, and we saw it again in the Cardinals game. Then he has a really bad game against the Niners, and then he closes it out against a great game, preseason game against the Titans. So at least, in juxtaposing that, Haener preseason, so we're going off of things and traits that we've seen. We also were just going off of not just things that we've seen. Greg Cosell watched a lot of film in his life. Mina Kimes watched a lot of films in his life or in her life. Our dude Greg Rosenthal. I trust Greg's football opinion. So like that's the thing that just the trying to be succinct, even though that wasn't really succinct. That's the thing that pisses me off about it is that the agenda was being the notion of the agenda was being excited about a young quarterback and having hope in a young quarterback. Because say whatever you want to say, we even knew this going into the season that Derek Carr wasn't it. But for the 2 weeks that he showed us like he might have been it, we was all in. Were we not?
Let's go, baby. Let's roll.
Lost my whole goddamn voice in Dallas. My whole goddamn voice. But then Derek Carr showed us who he is. So,
which I was not rooting for.
No,
I didn't want like those two games. If Derek Carr could have played like that the rest of the season,
oh my
hell
God,
fucking yeah, let's go. I'm not rooting for the Saints to be bad or lose or not look good. Why would I want that? I got a podcast devoted to the Saints. I spend every Sunday on a Zoom watching the Saints with my fellas. Everything I do, Saints, everything I do, why would I want this team to be bad? Like, why? That's why I don't understand why there's like people rooting for Rattler, rooting for Derek Carr. What are you doing? I'm rooting for the Saints. I want the Saints to be good long term, not just winning this season or winning a game. I want them to win, like win, you know?
Please. Anyway, we will be back after this break from our sponsor, and we will come back, wrap this up, and call it a day.
Underdog is the best place to cash in on all your takes this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones are cold? Make your entries in just a few taps and turn your sport opinions into real money. Wide receiver hurt? Every dog deserves a second chance. And with Underdog Rescues, you can get your money back and receive a promo if any early injury causes your entry to lose.
I love Underdog Fantasy. Underdog is the best place to play champions. So sign up and deposit now using promo code BLOCKPARTY to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Download the app today and use the code BLOCKPARTY to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Again, download the app today and use the code BLOCKPARTY to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Will Derek Carr throw for over 75 yards, higher or lower? You decide using Underdog Fantasy.
Download the app today and use code BLOCKPARTY to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. That's code block party to get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. Higher or lower, you make the call on Underdog. Must be 18 years or older, 19 or older in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 or older in Colorado for some games, 21 or older in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Void in Colorado. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. Arizona, 1-800-NEXT-STEP. That's 1-800-639-8783 or text Next Step to 53342. In New York, call 24/7-HOPE-LINE at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY to 467-369.
We are back. What are your kind of final takeaways from this game?
Oh man. I guess the real question is, where does this put us as far as the Saints go into the offseason? We're 3 weeks closer. It's gonna be the head coaching search. Oh, heard any tidbits about Saints talking to somebody else?
No.
Interviewing somebody else?
No.
Going up the back hallway to nothing?
No. No.
What are we doing, man? What are we doing, bro? What is happening here?
Like Mickey said, on WWL like a month or so ago. We're not even thinking about it. Like he was serious, bro. Like when he said that he meant that shit, bro.
He meant that shit.
And it's just, I feel like they're ran like such a dysfunctional organization, and that's not to say that everyone inside the organization was dysfunctional. I just feel like there are very specific people in the organization who are dysfunctional. Like, go talk to Robert Saleh right now. He's like an advisor to the Packers. He's not officially
consultant. Yeah,
he's not officially hired by the Packers. I'm not saying you're going to hire Robert Saleh, but he was a pretty big integral piece of the 49ers and their defense, their defensive coordinator that went to the Super Bowl. Maybe just go. That's the shit I'm talking about, bruh. Like, those are simple football things you would think you want to get every little edge and, like, just squeeze the lime and the lemon to just, how do you watch that first half and be like, not trying to think how you want to get this team to be better? That's the shit that drives me crazy, bro.
That's what drives me crazy. Ian Rappaport put out a report today, talking about the Cowboys and how, basically their intention this offseason is to figure out where did they go wrong. What's the overarching issue and the problems and decisions that we made. Let's go look at the decisions we made to figure out how did we end up here.
Is it me? Am I the problem?
Is it me? Am I the problem? That's what good organizations do.
Uh-oh.
That's what, and I hate the Cowboys. I hate that I'm talking about them as a good organization, but that's what good organizations do. And I'm not saying the Saints won't do that, aren't doing that, but from everything I've heard, it seemed like they excuses, just think excuses. Oh, we just got injured. Oh, we had some injury luck. Got a raw deal here. Blah 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 blah. No,
bro.
You can't be a successful organization thinking like that. You can't even be a successful person thinking like that, let alone an organization.
Hold on. Did I delete it? I might have deleted it, bro.
What?
Hold on, because I yesterday I was feeling. A draft frisky.
Oh Lord. Sicko, bro.
A little bit. Okay.
Uh-oh. Spreadsheet back.
Okay. Now, If you want to, speaking of looking at the mirror, right? If you just want to look just a easy, just not talking about free agency, not this is you could squabble about certain players and maybe certain players are read too soon, especially like this year's draft class because maybe they should be yellow because they haven't played, blah blah blah. However, this is a huge reason of why the Saints are where they are. Huge reason.
Huge.
You cannot.
You can't.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying because you got to understand the Saints are operating with their hand behind their back because of how they operate with the salary cap.
Yep.
So that just puts the onus on how they draft. If you're going to operate how the Saints operate, which I'm fine with maximizing the cap. But if you're going to do that, boy, you better put all your resources into hitting on every single draft pick you can. And you look at the greens right there. Look at all the greens going back almost 5 years. And look at how many greens are right there. That's gross. Don't focus on the yellow. You focus on the green. That's gross.
This is a huge reason why the Saints are where they are.
No question.
And one of the greens happens to play for another team. That's our dude, Zach Bond.
Zach Bond, baby. Zach Bond, he would have been a red. The red with the Saints.
Last year I made him a yellow because he had been. I made him a yellow.
For the audio people, read the greens.
Yes. Oh, sorry. I'm dumb. Sorry. I'll close the window. So the greens are Fuaga, Brian Bresee, Chris Olave, Paulson Adebo, Cesar Ruiz, and honestly, I only made him a green more so for how he started his career to where he is now. You could argue that he may be honestly probably a yellow, but he didn't get a second contract, and Zach Bond. That's it.
Yeah. What about you? You wouldn't have included Latte as a green because he's struggling as an outside corner?
Yeah, he's still so inconsistent for me, man.
Yeah, I see.
He's still hella inconsistent, so I couldn't make him a green. He got to be a yellow with his inconsistency. That's tough living, and like that 2023 draft class falls squarely on the shoulders of Mickey, but like at some point, like some of that's on Jeff Ireland too.
Oh yeah, no question. Especially, his evaluation on edge rushers, which man, when it comes to edge rushers, I'm ready to. I don't know what to do no more, bro.
Need them locked out.
It's like, but even for me, like when I evaluate them, I don't even know what to think no more. Because some of the guys I like, they end up doing nothing. The guys I didn't like end up doing well. I don't know. I'm just like Jeff Ireland. I'm fucking up, bro. I don't know.
I didn't listen to it or hear it, but just going by the chat, seemed like I don't know. People saying Jake Hayner's post game presser felt kind of Derek Carr-ish. A lot of excuses, kind of.
Yeah. I'm gonna go check it out.
Anyway, so this is Live 32C said, did y'all see the Hayner presser? Dude is Carr Jr. Hell excuses. He be talking like he a first round pick. It was just interesting though when like Spencer went out there and they did that sideline shot and Hayner was next to Carr and Carr was just like
looking like Denzel on Training Day. Like, oh, okay.
Okay. You gonna do this to me? You gonna do this to me? All right, anyhow.
Get your fucking hands off me.
Even if it was for a half, it was an exciting
fun,
half.
bro. Because it was dreadful. That first half was dreadful. People started clocking out on the halftime. I was like, man, they ain't coming back. And then I'm telling you, it was a fun game to watch. You still got the L. You still got your draft position. You got to learn about Spencer Rattler. It's a good day, man. Good day. I know some people just like, hey, man, I want to win. I get that. I'm a want-to-win guy, too. But, look, we're at the point in the season where it's just like, let's let this thing play out. Let it play out. You know,
Three more.
Hope 3 more.
3 more. We will be back more than likely on. Oh shit. We'll figure out. We'll figure out when we'll be back to do the preview pod for the Packers game on Monday Night Football. Our dude Scotty said, "Oh man, damn, I'm gonna miss the Zooms." Yeah, 3 more games left.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, we're going. But anyway, we need a playoff Zoom, bro. Can we get a playoff Zoom?
Let's do it. Shit. Playoffs.
I need a 6 playoff Zoom, bro. Like the highs and lows of a playoff Zoom, bro.
Ooh, boy, can you imagine?
Oh
Because
man,
we wasn't doing a Zoom in 2020, were we?
no,
we weren't doing it.
Anyway, we appreciate y'all for being with us this we know it's been a long season. I mean, the team lost seven in a row at one point, so we know it's been a long season. So we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll be back this upcoming week with the preview pod, and then back Monday Night Football for the Packers Saints game for the Zoom. And with that, we are out.
Peace.